Now look, if you've been following this story, you know things surrounding David and Celeste have been getting darker each week. First, reports came out about David transferring multiple homes right in the middle of the Celeste Rivas investigation. And now there's reports of new surveillance footage showing someone driving David's Tesla. And yeah, we talking about the same Tesla that was found with Celeste's body inside of it. I mean, this latest twist is wild, but it also connects a lot of dots that we've been talking about. Look, y'all sit back and relax and stay into the end of this episode because we about to dive right in. Welcome back to another episode of Eyes Low, Belly Full. As y'all know, this marks episode 176. So a private investigator named Steve Fisher, who was actually hired by the owner of the home that David was renting, he told reporters that there was something sadistic about what happened, not just in the way Celeste Rivas was unalived, but in what was supposed to happen after. He claims the Tesla may have been part of a plan, a holding spot for her body before things went wrong.
That he talks about the evidence that was found inside of that house. He says that it was a plan, like that they were planning on doing more to get rid of that body. Like they were basically in panic mode. I'm going to let y'all hear it for yourself.
There are some things that, and I'm talking physical evidence that was at that house that is, there could have been greater plans as far as getting rid of her. And it's scary, sadistic stuff. And that's why we're trying to learn more about that. I wish I could say more, but for obvious reasons I can't. But it doesn't have to do with how she died, but maybe how they were planning on ultimately getting rid of her, and how maybe that Tesla was just a holding spot at time, and things just, their timing was just off as far as getting this done. But there's a few things that were just like, will blow your mind.
He also said that LAPD should be making a statement soon because everything that he found, he turned it over to the police department. And he says a lot of the stuff he cannot legally say, and LAPD was not going to confirm anything with him from what he saw.
Now, when everyone thought the case couldn't get any weirder, surveillance footage was dug up that shows someone driving David's Tesla on July 29th, right before it was found abandoned. And according to the private investigator, this might be the last person seen driving that car before the body was discovered.
There might be evidence that a crime was committed at that house?
Not so much a crime, no. I'll just be honest with you. We don't have any evidence that anything happened to Celeste at that house. But there's definitely evidence that we've collected that helps the timeline. We now have a much better understanding of when that Tesla arrived at that final parking spot. I'll tell you, I do have surveillance from different houses in the neighborhood showing the Tesla being moved. So things like that, and I'm not even saying that LAPD didn't have that. I'm sure they did, but we wanted to make sure, and we did some work and on the up-resing the footage to find out who was driving the vehicle. And there are some other items that were found at the house that weren't taken during the search warrant. And search warrants are limited, right? They can't just go take everything. It's what the judge, and we don't know how broad that search warrant was because we haven't seen it, and that's what we'd like to see. But there were some things that were not taken into custody of LAPD that we think are significant, and including digital media and some other things that really help nail down timeline and things like that.
And you handed that over to LAPD.
We have literally the day that we, the things that we've recovered, we've given to LAPD within 24 hours.
Do you know who was driving that car, that Tesla? You don't have to tell me, but do you know the identity?
Yeah, as far as going to the final, that what we believe is the final parking spot where it was towed from, yes.
And that information's been communicated to law enforcement.
So it's been given to law enforcement. They're not going to tell us if they're confirming if that's a person or not. Robbery, homicide, the way they work is we'll take your information. We're not going to speak on it, so I don't know. But listen, it's very clear that that neighborhood is filled with surveillance cameras.
Now, here's the thing. We don't know who that person is. The face isn't confirmed. and police haven't released any names. But if the timestamp is legit, this footage could be huge. I mean, the private investigator said that he have an idea who it is, or he knows who it is because of the similar clothing from hours earlier or hours before or something like that. But he can't release any names because of the ongoing investigation. And remember, the Tesla was parked for weeks before even being towed. And people reported a foul odor before police even got involved. So whoever was behind that wheel might be the missing link between Celeste's disappearance and the Tesla's final location. And now everyone's asking the same question. Who moved the Tesla? Was it David, a friend, or someone helping cover something up? I mean, we just don't know. And that makes this case even more tense. I mean, between the property transfers, the sadistic plan theory, and now the surveillance footage, there's clearly more going on than we've been told publicly. And at this point, this case feels like a mix of mystery, fear, and strategy. And it's still unfolding in real time. Now, I want to hear what y'all think about this situation. Does this new surveillance footage prove anything? Or is it just another mystery and a story full of speculation? Go ahead and let me know in the comments below. And if this video resonated with you, go ahead and hit that like button. Give me a thumbs up and also subscribe and hit that bell notification for more episodes. I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Peace.